Hi everyone, it's Diane Evans with stampinwithdiane.com. I'm an independent Canadian Stampin' Up demonstrator here in the interior of British Columbia. So welcome to my YouTube live or my Facebook page live. I really do appreciate it that you have joined me, or if you're going to be watching me on a replay as well. I decided today I'm not going to go live into my group. I need to have a bigger monitor in order to figure out exactly what I'm doing, just because I'm not very tech savvy when it comes to that. And that's what happens is I tend to lose an awful lot of things. So welcome to Technique Tuesday. So this is where I come at 4:30 Pacific every Tuesday, and I show you a technique. The technique actually that we're doing today is one of a twist from another one that I've done. And honestly, this will be a week Friday. It'll be on my blog with all the measurements and everything else. But also remember that it will be showing, and I've got something keep falling down over here, that it's going to be showing tomorrow, 9:05. And I'm just going to go down to my desktop here. At 9:05 tomorrow morning on my Facebook page, this will be on there. It'll give you all the measurements and everything else. Hello, Janet. Awesome. So this is the telescoping technique. Now, there's lots of different ways that you can go ahead and do this particular technique. I'm going to show you one that's a little bit different from the last one, and then I'm going to show you another alternative card with that as well. And I have a funny feeling that maybe what I should do is plug my phone in. You never know, right? Anyways, so this one, you're going to need dimensionals, or you're going to need these strips to give, because we are going to do some depth. Hello, Laura, and hello, Pam. So you're going to need some depth with this as well. So let's get going on this. Now, I thought this stamp set would be a perfect one, this changing leaves. Now, it's the embossing folder that's on back order. So you won't be able to get this until at the end of the month. But this is such a beautiful set. I'm not even using the dies or the embossing folder with this particular card. Hello, Dolores. You caught me. You're right. So we're going to go ahead and use that. And then we're going to go in, and I'm thinking I'm coming in with some very vanilla. And what I want to do is I want to do some blending on here. I want to get some colors laid down onto this. Now, with changing leaves, it kind of reminds you a bit of fall, right? I know some of these mornings sure are starting to feel like fall. I'll tell you that right now. All right. So I happen to have Pretty Peacock. I can do autumn cards. Oh, Anna, welcome. Welcome. I'm so glad that you've joined us. So I'm using pecan pie. I'm going to be using Pretty Peacock. We might use some crumb cake. It just depends how I feel. And oh my goodness, you guys, it may not be garden green, but it is wild wheat. So I'm going to probably use some of that. Not a lot. Remember what I say, a little bit goes a long ways. So yeah. So I'm going to come in. I've got my blending brushes here, and we're going to see how this is going to work. Well, I'm hoping that this is going to work out okay. All right. So we have, I'm using my, the glass mat, which really makes it very, very easy for this type of blending, because you start off and then come back on. So we're going to use these colors because I guess what I want is a bit of a collage effect as well. And you know, we've done collage effects. We actually did that a couple weeks ago, didn't we? But I just want to come in and get some of that color there. Now, here we go. This one actually looks like, I don't think there's it. Oh, there is some ink on there. I better get another one. Okay. So I'm going to use a tiny bit of, oh, yikes. Here we go. Wild wheat. Just a little bit. Not a whole lot. We're just going to get it to get some of that yellow in there. And let's see, maybe some of this crumb cake. Let's get that in there. Yep, that's going to give us a bit of a dirtier look. And I think I'm going to come in and we're going to get a lot more of the Pretty Peacock, because I really like that color. I don't know about you guys, but I sure was awfully excited when it came back. There's a couple of colors that have come back that has just made my heart sing. And this is one of them, that's for sure. Okay, a little bit more crumb cake. And I think the pecan pie is really going to add to this. So we're not, let's see. We're going to cover up a bit of that walled wheat. And I'm actually going to come in with a bit more of that pecan pie. Just because. Okay, so we just want some more of that. We think that that's going to be really kind of nice. Now, remember, we're telescoping on this. So I need to set down a background. But remember to stay near the end where we can almost cheat with designer series paper. And I think you'll like the card that I made with that one as well. All right, so these are the stamp sets. They are photopolymers, so I should come in and let's go ahead. And you know what? I'm going to have to put this underneath it because now I was contemplating, should I use an early espresso? And then I thought to myself, no, this is watercolors. So let's go in and this will be okay. I'm going to use Memento and we're just going to just a little bit there. And we've got all these leaves on here. Like I say, I'm kind of going for a collage type look. Maybe let's stamp that off and go in, and then that wouldn't be as dark. Yeah, that's probably better. And then, of course, the good old maple leaf. Stamp that off. Whoops. There. And I think we can come in with this leaf again and use that. And then we're going to go put some other collage type things on there as well to fill up those spots. So the other one that's a really good stamp to use on this is this Lovely and Sweet, because it gives you some of this really neat sort of different stuff on there. So let's come in and use this. Again, I'm going to stamp off all this stuff. Like I say, we're kind of going for a bit of a collage look as well. We need some splatters, that's for sure. You know, I'm just going to come in and they're going to go full strength. And just like embellishments, you want to go do it 5 times. I didn't do that with that other one there, did I? There. And then this one has a really neat thatched look. This particular one here. So I'm actually going to come in with that. We want to get this looking. I'm going to also, there we go. Yeah, that's much better. This one's quite nice. It's quite a fine one. So much for my instructions, right? Now, like I say, the link to this YouTube channel will be there as well. So that's kind of looking okay. Now let's see, what else could we do to this to make this sort of go a little bit more? I'm going to come in. Let's come in with a bit more. Let's get that off of there. And you know what? I don't think it would be bad to put a tiny bit of this wild wheat, but I don't use it that often, so it's quite bright. But that is very pretty. And let's go with a tiny bit of pecan pie as well. All right. Now we're going to have to put some more splatters, but let's get these. So far, what's your favorite technique that we've done? I mean, we are on 1/16, so there should be some fairly good ones in there that you like. Okay, I want to have some splatters on here. So again, I love to come in with just some water. This is watercolor ink. That's why I didn't use the, this is just plain water. That's why I didn't use the early espresso ink. I think that would have maybe changed the look of that. I wish we had a gold. Mind you, I could go in with gold embossing, but I think we'll be okay with this. I think that'll be enough once it starts to do its magic. I call this magical. There we go. I'll just put that over there. Now, I can also, and I think what might be nice is to come in here with our pretty peacock, and I'm just going to get some in the lid. I didn't do that very well, did it? Just going to come like that. Yeah, that's better. And I'm going to come in with some more of that water. Just going to mix that up in that. And we could do this with this splattering. We could also do this with we could do it with our blender pens. This will just add a bit more to it. And I might even have to go in with a blender pen because that's not the effect I wanted. So we have a pretty peacock blender pen that I need to bring in. This is a dark pretty peacock, so I'm thinking the lighter pretty peacock. So I have my two blends and I'll just leave those there. Maybe we can work with that. Now, this is the thing of the telescoping. So what we're going to do is you want to take a nested die. So you could do your nested essentials. You could use the countryside labels, I think they're called countryside. But I think what I'm going to use are the deckled rectangles. So I'm just going to come in with this. And I don't know if this is going to be, I think this should be, yeah, that's a good size. So I'm going to come in with this. And I'm going to layer 4 layers. And they're pretty small layers. Let's see. And we want to go maybe on a smaller one, or do we want to go, yeah, I'm thinking I'm going to do it like this. So what I want to do is I want to come in with my tear and tape. I mean, not my tear and tape. I want to come in with my Post-it note tape. And I want to get this so that it's even. So I think the best way to do this is just to go in one at a time. So I'm going to go put that in there. That there. And now I'm going to come in with this one. And then this one. And I want to make sure. I think I have to tape this because I know on the other sample that I did that I want to show you how you can do this very easily with designer series paper. So let's see how this is going to work. Hello, Carla. Yes, Anna, I'm actually on 5 times a week. So yes, I'm on every Tuesday night at 4:30 Pacific time, which is this time now. And that's my Technique Tuesday. I'm on Wednesdays at 3 o'clock Pacific time. I'm on Mondays at 11 o'clock Pacific time. Thursdays at 4:15. I know they're all different times. And Saturday at 10 o'clock in the morning Pacific time, all Pacific time. but I'd love for you to join us. All right, so we have this like this. This is going to give us a kind of a different look, but I don't want to go too far with it. I've got to bring in my cut and emboss machine. And so we're going to have a little bit of moving and shaking. Hello, Felicia. So we're just going to go like this. Let's come in and just run this through. And you know what? If it's not that even, I'll be okay with that as well. Okay, let's see that moving and shaking. There we go. I think that tape is going to help us. Well, at least I hope it does. So I'm just going to put this down. And there we go there. So the whole part with this particular telescoping is we're going to, I want to make sure I've got it going all the right way. So this is going to go in there. This has to go. I'll just get, oh dear. So this will go there. This can go there. And we'll just put that off to the side. And of course, we have to take this Post-it note tape off of here because this is no good. So I'm just going to come with my take your pick tool and take it off that way. All right. Went quite light on this one. You could go quite a bit darker. You could use some beautiful fall colors. This one, once it's done like this, you're not even really going to notice it too much. All right. So then I thought layering it, I could put it onto, I've got some pretty peacock. I've got some pecan pie. And I'm thinking to myself, I might want to go this with the pretty peacock. Let's see how that looks. Yeah, let's do this. So I have to cut this down to 4 by 5 1/4. So I'll just quickly do that for you. I wasn't sure which way I was going to go, so. I think this pretty peacock was a bit of damaged cardstock. It was. That's why I didn't do anything with it. So 4 by 5 1/4. My card base is 5 1/2 by 8 1/2. Go to 4 1/4. No, this should be by 4 inches. Yes. Okay. I am Monday through Saturday. You know what? I'm all different times, Anna. I should actually put that on my thing for when I am. Okay, so we have this like this. So now what we want to do is I want to see which layer I want to put down first. Do I want to put that big layer down, or do we want to go like this? Oh, that looks like gold there. You can't really see that, but boy, does it ever look like gold. One there. Then I'm going to go in here. And then this is going to go in like this. Now, the way I did my telescoping before was I did one layer, then I put another layer on top and another layer and another layer. This is all cut from one piece. Hello, Donna. I'm either on YouTube or on my page there, Donna. So now I've got to decide. I don't think I'm going to use this bigger one. So let's go and put this down, up, down, up. Okay, so I'm just going to put this on here. So I'm going to come in with my glue. And maybe I should put my glasses down so that I can see what I'm doing. This is, I like this way of telescoping. Like I say, so I'm going to put this in the middle here. And it's right down onto the paper. Then this piece is going to go on there. And we're laying this down like this because we're using this as a guide to lay down this piece. So I'm going to come in there and glue this piece. You notice I didn't glue the second piece, right? Oh, that's pretty close there. Oof, I think I'm going to let that set. Now, another thing I'm going to give you a hint about is if you use these strips, foam adhesive strips, oh, actually, there's just comments that you make, Donna, on YouTube, but that's okay. Anyways, so this, if you're going to use this, you have to use this all the way through. If you're going to use dimensionals, you have to use dimensionals all the way through. If you are a paper pumpkin person or a kit person, your dimensionals are higher. So you've got to use all the same type together. So this is going to go in here. Ooh. So remember, we got to get that in there the same way that the pattern's going. So that's going to go in there like that. And I'm going to come in with this, and we're just going to take this piece out. Just like that. And then now we have to decide, am I going to use the strips or am I going to use the other? Now, see, I've got a bit of glue on there. And I want to show you this trick. Let's see. We're just going to come in with an old sponge. Oh, there it is there. Just like that. I'm just going to take that sponge and just rub it on there. And I don't know why it removes it, but it removes it. So we'll just go with that. Now, I am thinking that I'm going to have to use the strips because it's a lot thinner. No, I can do it with the others. Okay, so I'm going to come in with these strips, and I can cut my own from the mini strips. So I'm going to do that. Okay. One other way to do it, Anna, is you could subscribe to my YouTube channel, and you could hit the bell, and you'll get notified when I do go live. Okay, I'm going to just come in here and get these on there. Do appreciate you watching with all these other lovely ladies. Okay. Okay, so we're just going to come in here, and I made my own strips is what I did, but it's pretty narrow, this piece along there, so that's why I used my own. I made my own on here. Gonna come on here. And see, I can make it so you're not going to see those. Just like that. This will go across here. No, this part's the fiddly part. We might even want another strip on there, another little piece on there. Use every bit of your dimensionals, right? I think they can make or break. They definitely can make or break a project by putting them on or not. Okay. And this is just going to go on here. And see, now what's going to happen now is when I put this on, this is going to be elevated from this part here. So we're going to elevate. We've got it down flat. We're going to elevate this piece. This piece is down flat to the cardstock. Now we have to make sure that we've got this going the right way. There we go. So that's going to fit right in there. Before you press it down, make sure you've got it in the right spot. There we go. So now it's see, there's a raised thing there. Now, because I use dimensionals, I can go ahead and use regular dimensionals on this part here as well. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. Those are my small ones there. So we don't want this dipping. One more there. I don't want it dipping. So we're just going to come do that. And then remember, we want to put this in the same place. And now, so see how that is now part and part. Now, what we could have done was maybe cut out one more there, or what I could have done, and I think I already threw that piece away, is I could have come in with this one, and this one could be raised as well. But I think that's almost too much on there, so that's why I thought I'd go like this. Or we could put, do we want to put that one on there? Do you guys want that on there? Let me know. Let me know in the comments, because I can go ahead and put that in there as well. Just let me know. This needs to be trimmed just a smidgen. So that it's even. No. Laura says no. Donna says no. Anybody else have an opinion? Just like that. Okay, so then this is going to go on our pecan pie card base. So like I say, this is with a twist because my other one just layered upon layer upon layer. Okay, no, it is. All right, so we're just going to come in like that. Now, what I also want to do is I'm going to come in with that pretty peacock. This is the Stampin' Blend. And I'm just going to come put some of that on there. You could have done white on this as well. That just gives a bit more texture. Then, of course, we have to go and put a sentiment on there as well. So we've got, I think I'm going to use the pretty peacock there as well. So, you know me, it's going to be embossed. And I think I'm going to do a thinking of you. I'm thinking I need a few of those. Not my favorite to do, but thinking of you could be on your birthday or anything like that. So I'm going to come in with my Versamark. I close up these ink pads. So like that. Come in with our Versamark. Thinking of you. Now, I could have done gold on here, but honestly, I don't think it's going to show up as well as if I do it in white embossing powder. I like white on dark colors. I think it looks so sharp. I think it really stands out. There we go. And we'll just quickly heat set that. So have I converted some people into embossing, fussy cutting? Okay. You know what would have been also good? What I could have done was embossed on that pretty peacock with that embossing folder. That would have been quite pretty as well. Oops. There we go. Great. And I think we need some twine on here. Now I can also turn around and cut that off. So let's see what this is going to do. Now I could use, I have this, I wonder which one I should use. I think I'll use this one. This one's a bit thicker. And this is from the Essentials Baker's Twine. That was linen thread there. So all we're going to do is wrap it around. I wish we had some pretty peacock. Wrapped it around 3 times. You know what? That's too thick. Let's go to the linen thread. Just going to wrap it around 3 times. pull it off. There we go. And just wrap this around. Just cut that off. And I just tied in a bit of a knot. And then that can go behind there. Now, another thing we could have done was no, I think you needed a rectangle. I was going to say a circle, but that's actually not going to work very well. Okay, I'm going to wrap that around one more time. And this is going to go behind. There we go. All right, so let's turn around and cut this off. You know, every time I cut that, I get it crooked. So I'm going to bring in my thing here. You're still cleaning up your craft mermaid, Donna. Well, you know what? I'm still organizing mine. How's that? I want to go with all those. Okay, so this is going to need a bit of a haircut. All right, so I'm going to put this here. I kind of want that knot to be off to this side here. And I know that may look, no, we'll have to do it there. Okay, so I'm going to come in with my glue dot. I was thinking that I wanted to get the knot in that recessed area there, but it's all right. Okay, so let's put this glue dot onto here. And by looping it like that, now what you've got is that you've got it going all over the place, which I laugh every time I do that because my granddaughter just despised that. And you know what? That's raised there. So I am raising a bit more because it's going to be uneven. So let's go there. And then I'm going to put a bit of glue here. I learned something on the weekend and I was quite shocked at it. You know how when you put your glue dot, you put your dimensional and when you put it down, it sits there. Somebody told me to put glue onto the dimensional. I have to share it with you, of course, is go here. And then that way you can still move that card. It gives you a bit of wiggle room. I thought that was brilliant. All right, so of course we have to embellish it. And there's lots of different embellishments, but I thought this was a little rustic. So I really like these gems. These happen to be the adhesive back texture dots. They're quite small. So this might be one of those ones that you put on more than 3, or you put all the big ones on. So I'm just going to come in and let's put this on here. Oh, I do like the house on there. And of course, it looks a little bare there, so we can put that there. So there's the card. What do you think? Now, I do have a piece to go on the inside as well. And it's too long. Is it? What size is this? Oh, it's 5 1/4 by 3 3/4 by 5 1/4. I should take off 1/4 of an inch. There we go. Excuse me. Oh, good. Thank you. Oh, there's a different way of using those changing leaves, right? And like I say, this telescope's a little bit different. Let's see. Let's come in with some leaves. Okay, I'm going to come in with Pretty Peacock. And I know that's got Versamark on it, but I'm going to come in with Pretty Peacock. I am also, I have to put this onto my paper piercing mat, and I apologize for that. And I want to put something else on there. So I'm going to come in with a sponge dauber, and I probably should have gone with pecan pie and not the, I'm going to get that good and inked up, and I laugh at my pecan pie. Remember that paper towel technique I did? Okay, so let's go ahead and just put this right here. This will be a rusted leaf. Oh, that's pretty. Too bad you can't really see that great, but yeah, it's kind of pretty. And then I want to show you that other one. So if you like that, remember, give me the thumbs up, share my video. I really do appreciate it. And if you're not subscribed, make sure that you are subscribed. Right. So let's go ahead and put that on the inside. So like I say, this will be on my Facebook page. So you need to change it. It's a beautiful stamp set. Yeah, like I say, I'm not an autumn person or a fall person. I do like the changing the colors, but I'm not a big lover of the oranges and that. Okay, so we did that with the deckled rectangles. Now this is the countryside. And remember I told you I would show you a card using the same technique, and where you could just use designer series paper. So there you go. Same technique, just a little bit different. So just shows you how it can look totally different by using the designer series paper. I kind of followed the same layout as that. I used Petunia Pop on here and Mossy Meadow. So what do you think of that? So 2 different ways that you can do this. This will be showing on there. I'll have the link to the YouTube if you want to go and review it. Remember, it's under the file section. So you will be able to download it and start your own technique book. Awesome. Okay, so thank you. Thanks so much. All right, you guys. Like I said, remember to give me the thumbs up, share my video. I really do appreciate it. And if you do live in Canada and don't have a demonstrator that you're working with, I'd love to work with you. Remember to create, because it's great for the soul. So we'll see you tomorrow, 3 o'clock Pacific time. That's when I do my mystery challenge. The mystery clues will be posted by noon on my page, and a little bit later on my in my group. All right, you guys, take care. Bye for now.